Monday, 12 November 2018. Mathematics paper 3, higher tier. Answer all questions. You must show all your working. The total mark for this paper is 80. Question number 1. Write 7,357 correct to 3 significant figures. 3 significant figure will take the first 3 numbers. 735, we put a line in between 5 and 7. 7, we look at the number on the right. 7 is bigger than 5 or 5 or more. So we round it to 1 and add it to the 5. 5 plus 1, it gives you 6. And we put a 0 where the 7 is. So it's 7,360 to 3 significant figures. Part B. Work out square root of 17 plus 4 squared divided by 7.3 all squared. With your calculator, you would use that fraction button. So you use the fraction button first, and then the square root sign. And usually to get the square root sign, you press shift. And then you enter 17 plus 4 squared. To get 4 squared, you will use the x squared button. And 7 divided by 7.3 squared. You will get 0.107798136. Question number 2. Last year, Joe paid £245 for her car insurance. This year, she has to pay £883 for her car insurance. Work out the percentage increase in the cost of her car insurance. Percentage increase is the new price minus the old price divided by the old price. Very important. Divide by the old price times 100. The new price is £883. The old price is £245. And then we divide by the old price, 245. Put that in your calculator and then you times by 100%. It gives you 260.4081. That's 260%. So sometimes you get questions where the percentage increase is that large, 260% increase. And why do you think Joe's car insurance has increased from £245 to £883? It may be due to an accident or something that makes the calculation to give you that very high percentage in increase. So this is the formula that you need to learn to calculate percentage increase. New price minus old price divided by old price times 100. And if it is a percentage decrease, it's the old price minus new price divided by old price times 100. Question number 3. Complete the this table of values for y equals to x squared plus x minus 4. So we substitute minus 3 for x. So that will give us minus 3 squared plus minus 3 minus 4. Minus 3 squared is 9. Minus 3 minus 4 will give you 2. So your first answer is 2. And you can do the same and substitute 0. 0 squared plus 0 minus 4 gives you minus 4. And you substitute 2 squared plus 2 and you will get 2. And you substitute 3 squared plus 3 minus 4, you'll get 8. But you can use your calculator to do this table. This is a table that I've got from using the Casio Graphics FXCG50 calculator in table mode. So the value starts from minus 3 up to plus 3. Minus 3 up to plus 3. So minus 3, 2, minus 2, 2, minus 1, minus 4, 0, minus 4, 1, minus 2, 2, 2, and 3, 8. So you can get that table completed from your calculator. And then from there, you can write down the answer on the table before plotting the graph. So this is how we plot the graph. Minus 3 and 2, they meet there. Minus 2 and minus 2, they meet here. Minus 1, minus 4, minus 1, minus 4, they meet there. 0 minus 4 is this one. 1 minus 2 is this one here. 2, 2 is this one. 2 and 2 up, and 3, 8 is that one. So you plot all those points and you join it. You turn your page around so you can join it with a smooth curve. Part C says use the graph to estimate the solution to x squared plus x minus 4. The solution is where the graph crosses the x-axis, where the curve crosses the x-axis. And if you have to zoom in, you will see the graph crosses the x-axis at minus 2.5 for one of them, and the graph crosses the x-axis at 1.6. So the solution is minus 2.5 and 1.6, as you can see there, minus 2.5 and 1.6. That's a complete answer for question number 3. Question number 4. Fan asked each of 40 students how many books they bought last year. The chart below shows information about the number of books bought by each of the 40 students. Number of students in the y-axis, and number of books in the x-axis. Work out the percentage of these students who bought 20 or more books. We want to work out the percentage of students who bought 20 or more books. We use this formula. I've circled it there, put it. Part divided by whole times 100, it gives you the percentage. So students who bought 20 or more, how many students bought 20 or more books is the part. And looking at the graph, that says 2. So there are 2 students between 20 and 40 who bought 2 or more books. So we put 2. So we have 2. And then how many students altogether? There are 40 students altogether. Times 100%, that gives us 5%. Part B, show that an estimate for the mean number of books bought is 9.5. You must show all your working. So for part B, because we're going to use an estimate, we want to choose the number in the middle. So the number in the middle of 0 and 4 is 2. The number in the middle of 5 and 9 is 7. In the middle of 10 and 14, 12. 15 and 19, 17. 20 and 24, 22. So those numbers in the middle are the numbers we're going to use to multiply with the frequency. So it's going to be 2 times 11, 7 times 8, 12 times 13, 17 times 6, 22 times 2. And from there, we can estimate the mean. It is usually best to put your work in a table form, this type of questions. So the first column is number of books. We can call that X. Number of students, we can call that F. And F times X is the number of books times number of students. So there are 2 books and 11 students. So 2 times 11 is 22. 7 books and 8 students. 7 times 8 is 56. 12 books and 13 students. 12 times 13 is 156. 17 books and 6 students. 17 times 6 is 102. 22 books and 2 students. 22 times 2 is 44. After that, we find the total frequency, total number of students. We add all of this in this column. It gives us 40. Plus, that means you add them up. And we add all of this F of F times X column. 22 plus 56 plus 156 plus 102 plus 44. It gives you 380. So an estimate for the mean. Why do we say estimate? Because we are using the midpoint. For the mean number of books bought is the big number, 380, divided by the small number, 40. It gives us 9.5. So QED, I proved what I set out to. That's what it means, QED. Or you can say as required to show. I proved what I set out to. So when mathematicians complete a question, they put QED at the end. So that means I prove what I set out to. Laura is a skier. She completed a ski race in 1 minute 54 seconds. The race was 475 meters in length. Lara assumes that her average speed is the same for each race. Using this assumption, work out how long Lara should take to complete a 700-meter race. Give your answer in minutes and seconds. So with this type of questions, I highlight all those numbers so that you can easily see them when you're doing the question. Now we need to work out her speed in meters per minute. And then after that, we work out the time to complete a 700-meter race using that same speed. So now we want to change 60 seconds is 1 minute. So 54 seconds is 54 divided by 60 minutes, which that will give you 0.9. So the total time is 1.9 minutes. Now we use this formula. You see the formula I've put on the right hand side there. For speed is equals to distance divided by time. You need to memorize this formula on the right hand side. The way I remember it is speed is sausages, don't talk. Speed is distance over time. So speed is distance is 475 meters and the time is 1.9 minutes. So 475 divided by 1.9, it gives you 250 meters per minute. Now, time is distance divided by speed. Time is distance divided by speed. You can use the triangle cover T and it's D divided by S. We know the distance for the race is 700 meters. And the speed we calculated is 250. So it is 700 divided by 250. 700 divided by 250, that gives you 2.8 minutes. Now we need to change. They want the answer in minutes and seconds. So we know we've got 2 minutes. We want to change 0.8 minutes to seconds. So 1 minute is 60 seconds. 0.8 minutes will be 0.8 times 60. 0.8 times 60 gives you 48 seconds. And we add the 48 seconds to the 2 minutes. So it will be 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Question number 6. ABC is a right angle triangle. AC is 14 centimeters. Angle C is 90 degrees. Size of angle B is to the size of angle A is 3:2. Work out the length of AB, the hypotenuse. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So now, for a triangle, the 3 angles add up to 180 degrees. So 180 degrees minus 90, it gives you 90 degrees. So that means angle B and angle A add up to 90 degrees. So angle A plus angle B is equals to 90 degrees. So we have to share 90 degrees between those 2 angles. But it says B gets 3, A gets 2. So how do we share it? We add 3 plus 2, it gives you 5. 90 divided by 5 is 18. So it's 18 parts. So for angle B, it would be 18 times 3, which is 54. And for angle A, it will be 18 times 2, which will give you 36 degrees. So A is 36 and B is 54. Now, we want to work out what AB is. We use trigonometry from Sohcahtoa. We know the adjacent, which is 14, and we want the hypotenuse. So which one has A and H in it? Is the car. Cosine, car, has A and H. So we want to find H. You cover H with your finger. Is A divided by cos 36. Is adjacent divided by cos 36. So the hypotenuse is A, which is the adjacent is 14, divided by cosine of 36, which will give you 17.3049568. To get your answer to 3 significant figure, you put a line after between 3 and 0, and 0 is below 5, so it's just 17.3 centimeters.